In Cambodia Burning, filmmaker Sean Gallagher combined drone footage of destroyed forests with poetry, hoping to evoke a visceral feeling. He told VOA he collaborated with Cambodian poets he kept anonymous for their protection from Cambodia's repressive regime.
I said, please speak from your heart about how this makes you feel. Well, I'm not interested in statistics or numbers about fires or deforestation. I want to know what this means to Cambodian people.
Gallagher says a NASA publication showing massive forest fires dotting the country inspired him to go there and film in remote areas.
And they were reporting how the forest fires taking place in Cambodia were actually visible from space. And Cambodia, they reported, had more forest fires than any other country in Southeast Asia during the dry season from January to March. That also inspired me to look into this story, because obviously as a photographer and filmmaker, I'm always thinking of the visual elements to a story and how impactful they could be.
Gallagher says the two main threats to the forests of Cambodia are the clearance of forests for plantation farming and timber poaching, especially of high-value timber like rosewood, exported across Asia and around the world. The Cambodia fires are fueled by deforestation, a drop in rainfall, and a rise in dry conditions, says Michaela Wise, project manager with Global Forest Watch at the World Resources Institute, a Washington-based think tank.
In 2020, Cambodia lost primary forests at a rate of 10 soccer fields per hour, with a total of 62,000 hectares lost in just 1 year.
Wise says cutting down forests has major implications for global warming, as trees absorb about a third of the world's carbon emissions and are an essential habitat for wildlife. She says forests are under threat there, especially during and after the pandemic.
We've heard stories of people returning to rural areas after they've lost their jobs and clearing more forests as a result.
Sean Gallagher says the future of Cambodia's forests remains bleak. He says free speech is very limited in Cambodia and there is lack of transparency on forest logging there.
Because the plantations are connected to big business in Cambodia, which are connected to the government.
Gallagher hopes his film will draw global attention and help put international pressure on Cambodia's government. He also hopes to shed light on the work local conservationists and activists are doing there. They are the last lines of defense for Cambodia's forests, he says, determined to protect what's left. Penelope Pulu, VOA News, Washington.